Good morning, boys and girls. I cooked and I was too tired to even take a bite. I'm still too tired. And I came in my room and I sat down and I realized how exhausted I truly am. I stood at the stove cooking the food while my knees were unsteady. So I had to do a little wiggling just to stabilize my body. But I was in the shower and my head was facing my knees. That's how bent over I was in that shower. But the only thing I could do is pray and ask God to hold me down because I didn't want to make an excuse why I wasn't getting in that shower. But I kid you not, I washed really good. When I say I washed really good, I lathered up my rag and I went from the head, I went just to the toe, and I just washed and just kept washing and I just kept praying and talking to God. And I am exhausted. And I'm just looking at myself and I'm exhausted and I can't say it enough. I have went in the craft room. When you see tonight, which you can't see now because the sun makes the background look a certain way, I used my last big box and I did a good job in there, but there's no movement in there. Some of the stuff needs to come out. But something happened to me this morning that really helped me. I went into the craft group because I was just trying to take a break and just remove myself. I went into the craft group and there's about 5 people moving, and I made a post and showed my room, and each and every one of them made some type of decision when they were moving, which is right now, and none of them are getting rid of any of their craft supplies. And then there was one woman, she said, when she realized that she was downsizing, she had to make a decision, and she chose to pack all of her craft supplies in the moving truck first. So she ended up leaving majority of her furniture, and she's so much better off. And even another person mentioned that their husband made sure their craft supplies went first. And I try not to rely on ChatGPT for anything, but I do know there are times that I need to use ChatGPT because I'm here alone. So I basically put in everything that I'm dealing with from head to toe, from the back of my head around the side, everything, even things I can't say on this video. Why I absolutely need this move. And I did a very little bit of sharing on ChatGPT, which I'm trying not to do because we don't know a lot, but we know enough to know that there are a lot of people homeless because of ChatGPT. Kid you not, and if you don't know, you better get a little bit of understanding. But basically, it says everything that I'm doing is right because it's not fear. It's not fear that I'm worried about. It's security. And that's it. And I'm thankful that I was able to get that understood within myself because it is not fear. So I realized this morning that under my bed is what I use when I'm having an immediate crisis and I need to make a craft. My big shot, a lot of my scissors is all lined up right under my bed right here because that's what I take out when I put on this table. And I don't have any more boxes. My daughter went to the store for boxes and the man was going to give her some, and then she said she was moving. He said those are not good for moving. And yesterday I got my $75 tax, IRS tax thing, whatever. And I had to sit down and I had to say to myself, because I know me, do I take this money, go to Home Depot, get me some boxes, get me some tape, get the things that I need, little plaster to put the walls, because I do have a little bit, but not enough. Or do I pay a bill that I am legally responsible for paying? And I knew the answer before anything else could happen. And then I sat down and the tears would fall and tears would fall because I know right from wrong. Bottom line, no ifs, ands, or maybes. And then I said, went to ChatGPT and I said, I have this $75, but I owe this. And rightfully speaking, I want to clear my debt. I said, I can ask a friend to borrow money to buy tape, but then I don't want to do that and say to myself, I have to worry about someone saying this, or this. And then I reached out yesterday to ask someone if they could purchase me some tape. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that either. So I paid the bill. I paid the bill. And then later on, I went laying in bed and I was chatting and I said, I paid the bill. But I don't know how I ended up with $6.80 something cents in my account yesterday. I don't know where it came from. So I ended up with that. But by the grace of God, someone purchased from me on my online store and I ended up with $4.49. So when I popped up and I saw that, so that all was 80 something dollars, but the bill I owe is 109. So there was no way I was going to not pay everything I had to the bill, because if I pay the bill, then I'm doing what's right. And if I'm trying to do what's right, that's going to get me what I need. I just have to stay loyal. Who am I staying loyal to? Myself. So then I sat down here today and I realized I can't do anything else in here besides throw away, because I have no tape, I have no boxes. I have one more box, and I do have some clear boxes, but my friend is a mover, even though he can't move me. He said the boxes need to be sorted and then in a larger box to help the movers get in and out quickly, because he said if I use if I pay on my own to the mover, it's going to be at least $1,000. But if I use any of these agencies, they're going to get a few $100s, and it's not going to be enough to cover the manual labor for everyone that's going to be moving me. So the best thing for me to do is use the small boxes I have, which are the shoe boxes, and I do have, but they have to go into larger boxes. And he said not to worry about the weight of the boxes, because that does not matter as long as the box doesn't crumble when another box goes on it. So fill all the empty space at the top. And I'm so thankful, because I needed that information that I didn't have. And I kid you not, as much as I was exhausted to where I couldn't eat my food, I'm feeling a lot better right now. I feel a lot better right now. So maybe I can eat my food that's sitting right here, because it does look good. But I'm just trying to do everything I can do, because I'm still waiting on one person. And my social worker called yesterday and she said, I don't know what to do, because I can't get, she's not answering the phone and the emails. And I'm like, so I'm being told to pack, because that's the only thing I can do. But anyway, one of my friends purchased Miranda some clothes. She said she didn't want to not buy it because of the theme or whatever. It looks like a little boy, but she paid $1 for each of them, and she didn't want to not get them. So I told her I'm very grateful. And yes, Miranda will be wearing her universal outfits. Oh my goodness. I haven't even been able to put them in a box, because I want to take the hangers off, and I'm not taking the hangers with me. But I kid you not, boys and girls, I am tired. Yesterday, I slept most of the day. Most of the day, I couldn't cook yesterday. I don't think I cooked. I think I ate a pizza. I ate a pizza yesterday. Thank goodness it was in the freezer. But I basically have the onion that's attached to the part that you cut, like a mercy onion, like you scrape it, not even a chop, but a scrape. And I wanted to get some little pieces of things I could use. I couldn't make it to the store, and I've been saying every day, even this morning when I woke up and I took my shower, I said I was gonna go to the store, but there's no reason for me to go to the store because I have to get on the parkway to get to the store I'm going to. I'm not doing that. And then I realized that a major help to me would be if I did an Instacart delivery, because Instacart would allow me some of those food bags, and I think someone was saying to me, use bags. So I can put some stuff in some bags, and the bags I need are at Aldi, but not Aldi if I walk in, Aldi if I do a delivery to my home. And then I realized that I didn't even leave myself, because Aldi takes about maybe $23, $24 to secure an order, but I didn't even leave that in my account, but because I wasn't thinking, I didn't want to use Instacart anymore because Instacart is moving and shaking in an untidy behavioral way. But now I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, God provides free will. You do what you have with free will. And I'm like, damn, if I can do an Instacart delivery, I will have at least 6 or 7 of those big bags. And I don't feel like being bothered today. I don't feel like being bothered, so I want to sleep. I just want to rest. I just want to rest, but can't rest without having nourishment in your body. And this bowl is still hot, boys and girls. Hot. It's been sitting here, but when you pack your food in like that, it stays hot. The top, I'm sure, it's not hot, but I'm gonna mix it up. And this bowl is gonna sit on my table all day. And when it gets cold, that's what I'm gonna nibble on all day. I don't know. I know I might sound, but turmeric has some type of flavor that I can't really describe. I never thought turmeric had a flavor, but turmeric has a flavor. It's like a warm. Is that it? I don't know. Ooh, did I catch that in time? That's why I don't be moving my pots off the stove when it's time for me to store my food or serve my food. That's why my hand can't hold it. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Me and Miranda was in here. I had Miranda in my arm, and I'm walking from room to room, and I'm just dancing, telling Miranda we about to move, and I'm in my mind trying to figure out where I can put a little basket that I can raise up high to give her little section of the apartment. I'm trying to do that, but I'm gonna have to join a group. There is a community of people with an emotional support doll, and I did not know that. So now I'm gonna have to find a group, but I'm scared to find a group because then I don't want to be, oh, I gotta get this. I don't want to do that. I want Miranda to do for me what she's doing for me right now without me looking at what other people are doing and getting all those bells and whistles. Those bells and whistles don't do anything for me. But I'm feeling a whole lot better, boys and girls. Maybe I needed to speak to my people. Maybe that's what I needed, because I'm definitely feeling a little better and my eyes are opening up. So whatever pressure I had on my head is gone. So and I already mentioned to y'all, if y'all have any type of issues with mental health illness, you need a YouTube channel, because what it does for you, only you will understand. So there goes that. And I did not want to record this. I didn't want to record today because I don't want this stuff on my channel, but this is me. So that's why I guess I'm here. Anyway, I would like another bite of my food. This time I'm gonna hold it up here, give myself a little bit more stability. Hot. Love my food hot. Mm, 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 mm. But there's something that I can't resist at times, and that is the fact that I'm having a really enjoying. I'm having enjoyment because I'm tasting the flavors without adding in so much. But kid you not, I need hot sauce in that bowl. There is something that is in the hot sauce bottle that screams, mm. So I'm gonna put some of now, y'all know I just bought this hot sauce. Y'all saw me a couple days ago. Yeah, so I'm gonna put a little bit. Now I'm gonna show you that I'm only putting a little bit, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beers. What was a little bit? Yes, yes. Yesterday I shaved my head. Yesterday I shaved my head and I felt so good, boys and girls. I don't know how to explain how good I feel when I'm shaving my head. I feel so good. I am so thankful. I saw a woman yesterday on YouTube chop her hair off and shave, and the look on her face. I kid you not. I kid you not. It is magnificent how I feel every time I shave my head. And there are times when I say, I would like to see if I want to grow my hair back, but I can't because I go back to how I felt when I released my hair. I don't buy hair supplies. What I did say I was going to do, since I did take my shower, I did love up myself and put my coconut, whatever, but I did say I was going to do something that she did that I never do. And I'm going to do that. But give me a minute because I have to give myself some love, boys and girls. I'm gonna put this hot sauce in here. I'm gonna take me a bite. I put so much hot sauce on here, I'd be surprised if I don't choke. mm, mm, mm. Oh man. Mm, ooh. Oh boy. Mm, 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 mm. This is some type of pain cream, and I need a little pain cream on my hands. If you hear any music, I have no rights to that music. I cannot stand the fact that sometimes I have to cut my recording. But it is religious music, so I am not going to complain. Somebody's in the spirit this morning, honey. If you hear that music, yeah. But boys and girls, let me tell you something. It is hard. It is hard. But when I, speaking for me, I don't like all that you, she, people, and I like that garbage. I'm speaking of me. I contemplated so many years moving where I don't know anyone. And now, when I sit down, I think of what I have to look forward to. I'm thankful because everything I get to look forward to is a new experience. That's just it. A new experience. And that's what I'm holding on to. And one of the reasons why I broke down this morning and I had to go to ChatGPT is because I've been dealing with stuff inside that I didn't want to burden other people with. But when your roof is your main source of everything, and then you feel like your roof is not secure because you are not the one providing your security, then your head feels a certain type of way. So that's how I've been feeling for a number of years while I've been chasing, trying to get stable, trying to get here, but then I had to stop and I had to ask myself, is this beneficial to me? And it's not. It's not beneficial to me. That's why I cry every damn day. That's why Monday through Friday through Sunday through the next moon I've been crying for years because I've been trying. But I sit down and I say to myself, I am actually doing the work. I'm proud of myself. So when I was sitting down saying all of these things that I'm looking at, I'm physically overexerting myself to do things that I need help with. And then I realized that asking for help to me all the time felt like I was begging. People say to me, "You're not actually begging because you would ask someone to borrow and you would always pay them back." I don't play in the sandbox with people's money. Now I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, I'm packing. I got some boxes done. I did this. I have put out, like this morning, something in the hallway. And then I get nervous because YouTube is my therapy. But you can say one thing that someone else could think you're doing that you shouldn't be able to do if you need help. And then you end up where? On the street. So I'm very, very careful, and I still can make a mistake. But it's not actually a mistake. It's just a clear understanding that when your security is in the hands of someone else, you have to move and shake a different type of way. Now, I'm going to be very clear about something, and this is how you're going to know who I am. This is how you're going to know who I am. That's it. And I hope and pray that how I say it, it is delivered the way I need it to be delivered, and nothing else is added. Nothing is being assumed. None of that. I am sitting here with my food stamps on my EBT card, and I have no cash to do anything with. And this morning, yesterday, and the day before, all I kept contemplating was how am I going to get boxes and tape that I absolutely need. Now, I'm going to give you something else that's very real, because there are people that would be in the situation that I am in right now that would take that EBT card and hand it to someone else and let someone else hand them something that they need. It's called barter and even trade in the community. But that's not how I see it. I see my EBT card that I have my funds on lock so nobody don't steal, because that's what they do. They get in your system and they take. I see me in Walmart when I move, getting my supplies that I need for my beautiful new refrigerator that I already saw, that I already put my hand on and opened the door. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, I need this, whatever. I even need a month's rent that I don't even know where I'm getting from, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to have me out of here on the 15th. I need a month's rent. Don't know where it's coming from, but I'm staying in faith. But guess what? Sometimes you have to say to yourself, okay, you have to rob Peter to pay Paul. But guess what? I'm focused on one thing and one thing only. Today, I'm going to find a way to do a food delivery on my computer. Then I'm going to lock my card so that I could go to, most likely, I did say Walmart, most likely Aldi when I move. I'm excited to walk into a new Aldi and see how it looks. I'm excited to walk into Walmart if I choose to, which I really don't want to go to Walmart because they have so much stuff and I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to see anything else. And now I'm sitting here saying to myself, I have solved a problem and protected my security, which is my roof. So now I realize that I'm not as bad off as I think I am, because I do know that if I really wanted to, I could just ask someone to buy me some tape. But I feel like I'm begging. I truly feel like I'm begging, and I shouldn't feel that way. But I am going to do Amazon delivery, because Amazon is free if you use $100. So I didn't want to use $100 on Amazon because I needed a little bit of things like a green pepper, just to put some nourishment on my stove. But they have mastered how they're going to get that 100. So now I don't have Prime. I don't have Prime, but I don't think Prime works with Fresh either way. So Amazon have maxed out how they're gonna get that money. So I'm not going to ever pay Prime. Absolutely not. I would rather pay shipping than to pay Prime. So that gets me, but Coral helped me with that decision. And yeah, I copied. I have every right to. She wants me to. She loves me. Anyway, so now I'm sitting here saying, okay, I have and this, and I'm feeling great right now, by the way. And I said today, the only thing I'm going to do is work with what I have. And one of the biggest things for me is that things don't make me happy. So I had a hard weekend because I was asked to go to dinner and Walmart and Target and Burlington Coat Factory and all of these places. And then I feel as if I have to revert back to being by myself. I was speaking to a man that I was actually with, more than 21 years ago, and we were having fun and everything. And then he just made one statement, about me crying. And I'm hoping that he's not going to watch this video today because I don't take that in a harsh way. I take it as a blessing from God because I have to stay loyal to me. And that's it. I don't cry every day because I'm sad. I may be sad sometimes when I cry, but sometimes I cry because I can't believe how proud I am of myself, that I have gotten myself so far. I can't believe that I stopped making excuses for why I can't get in the shower. I don't want to fall in the shower, but if my knees are if my head and my knees are even and I can wash the crack on my ass, I want to get in the shower. I don't care how I feel in my head. I don't want to smell my body. So I owe myself what? Loyalty. If that's how I feel to save me, then okay. I went in the shower one time and I came out the shower and realized that I couldn't even lift my underarm to clean my underarm. And I came out the shower and I was still proud of myself. Why? Because I got in there. It is a struggle when you suffer with mental illness to get in the shower, but you have to show yourself that you love yourself enough to fight, and you have to fight for yourself. I'm speaking only to myself. I would never tell someone else that they have to. What you do is on you. My battle and my fight is for me. It's for me. I'm not going outside smelling up the neighborhood. Even if I was that type of person, I couldn't smell myself. Someone else may. So that's it. And boys, I kid you not. And it's not, when I say boys, I mean boys and girls, because that's something I don't know where I got it from. But I be in here when I get out of the shower and I come up in here and I get my little little coconut thing, and I get all up in everywhere. And but something else happened to me this morning. Someone was in one of the groups, and she mentioned, or he mentioned, that a 5-year-old in the household has body odor, and they mentioned that it's not every day, but they're noticing it, and they would like to know what they can do to counteract it because they don't want to put chemicals and stuff. I had no idea, but I am going to tell you something that I realized after that person asked the question. The person said to get some coconut oil and put the coconut oil, on different places of the person's body. And I'm like, wow, I never knew that. But I can tell you, a person me, I have hot flashes, so I sweat a lot. But there's one thing that I do notice is that I am fresh. And when I say fresh, I could go to bed and wake up and go to the bathroom to take off my clothes and refresh my whatever. And then I'm like, I'm fresh. And I take notice that where I used to sweat and feel I don't have those issues anymore. I do wipe myself, but there was a time that I could wipe myself and just say the rag across my head and I felt salty. I don't really have those type of issues that I had before. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a read whatever and that this is a whole. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I noticed that there are some changes in my health that I didn't take notice of. And one of the things is when I go to the bathroom, if someone was to go in the bathroom behind me and they saw me come out, that's the only way they would know I was in there. That's it. But it makes me go back to when I was laughing with someone that hopefully you're not watching this video. But I was in the men's bathroom one time, using the bathroom, and I came out the stall, and the man was standing there, and he was looking at me, and I said, "Don't mind me. Your bathroom is just cleaner. That's all it is." And I wasn't invasive to look at the man's cookie, I mean, goodie stick or nothing like that. But he didn't even get upset. But it was like the third time a man had caught me in the men's room. But in order for me to really get you to understand what I mean, you can go into the ladies' public best bathroom and come out behind someone that went in there just to urinate, and what you would be accosted with is a crime scene because obviously the person doesn't know how to take care of themselves. But when I say there's no way in the world I'm going to go anywhere and somebody's passed by air, that's why I don't want to use a public restroom. Because what a lot of people don't realize is the crack of your ass is the center of what you need to take care of. That's it. All of your body, but the crack of your ass. And I could be in a supermarket, and this is why I hate me sometimes. My nose is so sensitive. I could be in a supermarket and somebody could pass by me, and they're passed by air. It's like, ugh. And don't throw fragrance on top of hot, sweaty skin. It's like someone is asking me to choke and vomit at the same time. I kid you not, but one of the worst things for me is to be in an elevator with someone wearing false hair and their scalp is not clean. It's I have to the whole ride. And then there's times that in kindness, because I don't normally say anything, I will push, just say number two, and I can't hold I inhale, and I can't do it any longer, and I end up from 12, and I get off at 4, or I get off at 7. And then I hear people say, didn't she push 2? But then if I turn around and say, yeah, but somebody needs to wash their hair, it is disgusting. And some of these people that come on the elevator with braids, and I'm like, but how long can you, honestly, and I'm not being insulting because I used to wear braids, but I also knew how to take care of my hair. But there's a dynamic of some things I just can't control. But kindness is one of them. So I don't say anything. But I kid you not, this right here, I didn't even realize did what it does. But I guess I will be having another one in my shopping cart because guess what? I realized something. I have no other choice but to do what I have to do, and that's make sure that I have the things I need. So I'm thankful for this channel because people accept me for who I am, and I'm gonna be who I am. Now, with that said, I guarantee you, maybe not three, two, four, five, but I guarantee you at least one of you will say, you know what? I didn't know that, but I am so thankful she said it. You know why? Because your pass by air matters. But who it matters to the most is not the person behind you, but the person in you. That's who it matters to first. I kid you not. The the bare minimal things matter to me, where the other things matter to other people. And that's why I thought for so long I didn't fit in this world. And that's why I fought so hard to end my life. But I do fit in this world. There are people like me. I just don't know them yet. And I have a chance of meeting them by getting out. And I still may not get out. I kid you not. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not moving there. to help me get out the house. I'm moving there to help me get out the house, get around different people, get around different mindsets, learn more, experience more. I want the whole damn package. You understand me? I want the whole package. But when I sit down and look at what I have right now, I kid you not, nobody can mess with me. Why? Because I know God has made all of this possible for me, because everything I asked for, I was specific. I was specific. I was specific. Everything I'm going to get. Everything I'm going to get. And if you think for a minute that it's things that I'm after, hell no. Because guess what? When I go in my coffin, things are not going to go with me. I am looking for something I have been chasing for years, and I can't do it on my own. I need help, and I am asking now for help. But see, I'm not going to pick up the phone and say, Susie, can you drop me $10? I need tape down. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write in my book. This is right here when I'm writing my book. I sat here today, and all I want to do is not cry. But see, I said today, God, I need you to hold me down. I am exhausted, my mind, body. Please allow me some grace. My mind is in need of rest. That's what I wrote in my book right here today. But you know what? I think my mind has rested because I have expressed. But I kid you not, I am a believer, and that's all I can say. I may be wrong, but I like being wrong. You want to know why? Because I have different people that I'm connected to, and I see God working in their life too, whether they will ever know it or not. I see it. And I even had a conversation with a friend a couple days ago, and God was working on her before he met me and her in union. And when I see her, all I can see is beauty. But guess what? She's disabled. She's on disability. At one point, she was on housing, everything. She's not on housing anymore. And guess what? She's rich. Her security is set. But see, for me, I had everything that I wanted, that I had to work hard for. And then just recently, the Lord, power be whatever, got me in community with someone that has everything that I would love. But the one thing God said to me when I woke up yesterday morning was that those things belong to that person. And I kid you not, you can look at me. I'm a woman. Now, I may see a man out there glistening or whatever. He may have this, and this. And guess what? That belongs to him. You are not going to get me to marry somebody and then a couple months later, a couple years later, file for divorce and I want half. Absolutely not. I will leave with nothing. I will leave with the nothing I came with. You know why? Because I love me. I love me. And nobody in this world can really understand what it means to love someone for them, not what they have. Because guess what? All of those bells and whistles that belong to you, we may share them, but I will never feel the way you feel about that. Why? Because I didn't work hard to get it. I didn't work hard to get it. Now, I sit down and say to myself, okay, I'm not earning a dime. This morning, I honestly almost made $2 doing a survey, but I couldn't because I don't know if I was Jimmy the Jackass or they were Jimmy the Jackass. But I did it. I clicked it, and all they wanted me to do was do the video verbally. That's it. So the only thing I knew is I had to open my mouth. That's it. So when I watched the video, it gave me an example, and then I clicked continue. On the screen, it shows a woman and whatever. So I'm reading the rules at the top, and I'm reading, it says you cannot skip the video. And then I'm reading where continue is, but continue's not letting you click. And then at the bottom, it says if you click stop, you void out your $2. And I'm like, okay. So then I went back up like 3 times and I read the rules out loud. And I read this part here, say you can't skip the video. And I'm like, okay. There's like 4 seconds left on the video, but the video is not moving. Okay, the video is not moving. So now I'm doing the video and I'm like, okay, it's not moving. It says you can't skip it. The only thing I can do is sit here and wait. And I'm like, okay. Now it says if you do this, you void out your $2. I said, but clearly there's no way to continue. There's no X over here. There's no X over there. Nowhere. So I said, the only thing I can do is, and I clicked the top page to let the survey go. Because why? Obviously they used AI, and somewhere along the line there was a mistake. So they're going to see that I couldn't do anything with the video. So now what did I earn? 10 cents for trying. Am I proud of 10 cents? You're damn right I am. Why? Because I earned it. Didn't go out, didn't steal it, and I didn't do anything else to get it either. So there you go. Mm-mm, 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 mm, mm-mm, mm, 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 mm. This is tea, and it's hot, so I could take my turmeric pill this morning, and I put butter in my meal so I can have my other vitamins. But I'm laughing inside because I was telling this guy that I would never marry a man, divorce him, and then turn around one half, especially if it was, like a year or two into the marriage and I was leaving. I said I wouldn't do that. I would just leave with nothing. He said, do you know how many women would hate you for that? I said, no, they hate themselves. I said, because they don't know that they're whatever they're marrying for. If I married somebody, I would marry someone for union. If I'm going to stay with them, I'm going to cushion their fall if I die, and they're going to cushion my fall if you understand. I said it's vice versa. I can't be looking for him to give me everything. I said because although I'm a woman, he's a man. He's someone's son. I'm someone's daughter. I don't want somebody to just work and just give me all they have to give me. I said, because what happens if that man is working his hands off to provide for me, then turn around, something happens to his hands, who's going to provide for him? So that's the way my mind works. So I'm working on, it will not be 50-50 for me. I'm going to give my all to make sure my man is good, and he's going to give his all to make sure I'm good. But see, what I'm coming to the table with is going to be very clear and very understanding. If I think you're cheating, I'm leaving. That's it. I don't have to know. I have to think. And if I'm thinking for a reason. Because I move on trust, boys and girls. That's it. So if I think and it come back to me twice and you move and I see where I'm leaving, that's it. And you're not going to know when I'm leaving. I'm just going to take my little bit of things. I may leave you some of them because whatever I came with is what I can clearly get back. But there is no way from this day forward I could be with anyone and not be cushioning my fall. No way. I'm not going to be that stupid person that say, okay, I'm telling you everything. I'm not telling you everything. I'm going to be loyal regardless. But I'm damn sure going to cushion my fall because there are some men that will stay with a woman and use up all her goodie in her body, glam it up and take it all. And when she don't look good no more, he want to trade her in. You can have whoever you want because you are not going to ever be able to take this from me, honey. This and this, huh? I struggle with bipolar disorder. I tell you no lie. It damn near kills me. But to look at me on this screen and I tell you that I have bipolar disorder, it's hard to believe. But when this camera is not rolling, I am in sufferation a lot of times. A lot of times, but there is no way in this world I would ever myself to a man and I can't cushion my fall. That's why I know I could marry a man and I'm not going to reside with him. There's no way in the world. I would rather reside by myself and die in my apartment on my own because there is nothing in this world like peace. And peace begins with you. None of that other stuff. I could roll around. I can get my goodie on. I can do it all. I'm going to bed by myself legally as long as I can. I kid you not. I legit have seen what this world holds. And when I learned about the term beard relationship, it clearly gets me to understand why so many men, and I'm not saying every man, don't ever add to what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying very carefully. Some men want eye candy on their arm. That's it. That eye candy is going to get them a whole lot. But that doesn't mean that that eye candy that you have right now is going to secure your fall. Now, you may say, okay, I'm a divorce and I'm going to get this million, I'm going to get this. Guess what? If you are a spendthrift, he got the win, not you, because you're not going to have that for long. A spendthrift and a saver. So if a man was really looking for that eye candy, he would be looking for somebody who understands how to save a nickel and a dime. Because when he bring that $100 in the house, she's not thinking about getting that name brand pocketbook. She's thinking about how they're gonna survive when both of them are 80 years old. So I don't want to be part of the nah, but I'm a cushion my fall, and I learned something very valuable. And be careful when you do things, because there is a natural gift that comes with being frugal. A lot of people don't realize it. Now, you really can't do much when you don't have much, but when you don't have much and you're frugal, there's a gift. Yes, Lord, have mercy. Be quiet, Shay. Don't spill all the tea. There is a gift in being frugal. Lord have mercy. There is a gift. Absolutely. Now, I'm not saying deprive yourself, because I kid you not, I would love a bag of Lay's potato chips right now. And I did ask for a bag of Lay's potato chips last night. Yes, I did. And guess why I didn't get the Lay's? Because the mind wasn't focused on what I wanted. The mind was focused on the convenience of what I could give while they were out there mingling and circling and everything else. So guess what? I'm glad I didn't get the Lay's potato chips, because if I choose to, I can get them on Amazon when I do my shopping. But I am sitting still, sitting back, and looking and shaking how people move around me. It's not anything to be sad about. It's a blessing to be observant. But I kid you not, today is going to be one of the hardest days for me, because I have to do some things, and I have to do some things to take care of myself. And taking care of myself means I need to be alone for a while to recoup some of my energy. Why? Because I am all over the damn place, boys and girls. But I kid you not, I feel so good. But when I walk in these rooms and see these boxes, and this right here, it is too much for me. And today I need to get under this bed, because there is no way I'm leaving my cutting machine. There's no way. I can't do it. Now, I already said that I may not take this bed. So if I don't take the bed, I may leave the headboard. I know I'm leaving the frame. So I may get too tired and forget the mattress, because what? The mattress has to lay here until I get out. I may end up leaving the mattress and say, you know what? I'll just get another one when I get where I'm going. So under the bed is my goal. So today I'm going to get on my knees and dig out all up under this bed and get all out my goods, because I'm not even without it. No, I'm not. And then I was so happy to read how many of the women packed up all of their supplies. Now, I did, pass out, toss out some, some of you, but I have a lot of paper, and that is prime real estate. That's all it is. So I took a picture, put it on chat, and it said, you're absolutely right. And it said, there is no chaos in that room. That is structure in there. I mapped out everything. The only thing is, I don't want to put anything on my walls. I've been saying I just want my walls empty, because I have this picture here or that picture there, and I changed this wall, I took away it. I kept saying I want my walls empty, and I didn't realize what I was saying. And then when I walked into the unit, the walls are empty. So I'm like, everything is just like a domino. Yeah. But what I really get, no. What I really get, woo. That's why I said you have to be willing to trade. But what I'm trading is peace. That's it. I may have um, I may hear somebody crying, and I may have to say, okay, now I have to deal with this because this is a trade off. But something happened to me this morning. I woke up and I felt a little uncomfortable, and then I realized that this window was open and I smelled cigarettes coming through the window. I remember the letter that came out a couple of days ago. It said no smoking in the building anywhere. So I went to take my garbage out, and I realized that there's marijuana all in the hallway. Now I will puff marijuana. I'm not saying I won't, so don't ever think I. But I am not complaining about anything. Then when I went to the computer to read the first post, a man shot his next door neighbor, what, 7 times? He complained about the music. He said he wasn't able to rest, whatever. And then through the wall, the next door neighbor said, F you. So I can only say you had to understand what the person was going through that hears that kind of disrespect on knowing that they're disturbing their neighbor. So he knocked on the person's door, and I believe he stepped away. And then when the person came to the door, bow. And then when the police came, he confessed and said, I did it. You have got to understand how that person snapped for him to be able to walk out of his home where his wife lives to, and I'm not ever going to condone murder. I'm never going to condone violence. What I am condoning is understanding of that man's mental capacity to be saying I'm being disturbed, and you say F you. Good morning.
Hi, Sharon. How are
I'm
you?
fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm calling because I'm going to be in Mount Vernon today. Do you need any pantry?
Um, what I would like to ask is there any way I can get a roll of tape?
A what?
A roll of tape.
A roll of
I'm packing and I need a roll of tape, but did my
tape.
tape.
Tape. I'm not sure that we have that here.
Okay. I will take the pantry because I don't really want to go outside. I will take the pantry. Yes, I will. I'm here.
Okay, we don't have, oh, well, we have ground beef. Is that okay?
I'll take the ground beef.
Okay, and is there any food allergies?
No, I'm not. No, I don't want any eggs. That's the food allergy.
Okay, so everything else is fine with all the other canned food?
Yeah, I'm good. But by any chance, did you get the caseworker?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, a part of me feels
Sorry.
like just putting back my stuff and not moving because I feel a certain type of way and I'm trying not to, but I can't keep dealing with. She's not answering you. She's not answering me. She's not answering the lady who told me to start packing. And I did tell you that they said she's the type of person that will wait to the very last minute and deny your move. So I'll take the pantry. Thank you so much.
Um, yeah, I'll speak to you when I see you because I don't know how to address this. Just because you spoke to the supervisor and I'm trying to reach out too. I don't want you to lose this opportunity.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye bye.
All right.
I I I don't like the situation I'm in, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. I did everything I was supposed to do. And then when you say email, email means email. It was about 2 weeks and nothing was done. I didn't hear from anyone. I didn't know what to do. So I gently went to contact the supervisor and I didn't complain and say, Mrs. Whoever, Mr. Whoever's not answering, and I'm tired. I didn't do any of that. I said I have been trying to reach, and could you just check in on them? That's it. That's all I said. But I know that one thing took another turn because the email says more than, and you heard what my social worker said. I emailed the supervisor, and I have a very, very strange feeling that what I was told about this person. Now, I'm not accusing them of anything, and I'm not saying it's true because I don't have any rights to do that. But I was told that this person is the type of person that will make you wait to the very last minute and then deny your move. And when you have access to someone else having your control, it is a massive, major blow to your psyche because I need a piece of paper from her to ask for help for moving. And me asking for help for moving, I should have at least 2 weeks ahead of schedule because they need to figure out their schedule. But I'm looking now to how I'm going to get this there, which is about an hour away. I legit, my gas tank is basically on E when I go from there to here. So I need one to go there. But and then I say to myself, okay, if I could sell something, and then just put down and just sell something and just put down and whatever, so that push come to shove, if I could just hand somebody, a few $100s if they have a van, they could just pile up in the van and say, maybe they need 200, 300 for a bill. Every option that I have resourced in my mind, I have no control over. Now, there's something I need, and an opportunity landed in my lap that I need. And I was very, very decent in every which way I could to give what I have. Now, the person that just messaged me wants to know if I'm going to be able to give them the $40 today. I clearly stated that I was expecting it, but I can't promise you based on someone else. My word has already been what it's supposed to be because what I said I would give out of for myself, I did. But it bothers me because I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, and I'm trying to pay and pay and pay and pay, but you can't pay everybody. And then I am the type of person that would give and pay. I mean, when I say give, I don't mean give someone right now what I don't have, but I'm paying what I owe, leaving myself with nothing just to honor my word. Because if I can't honor my word, what else do I have? So now, you're not going to guess why I'm happy. I'm happy because that call came and I took it on speaker where I shouldn't have took it on speaker because of something that was stated. So I'm hoping that it doesn't go further or no one gets in trouble because I shouldn't have done that. But I normally answer my phone on speaker, and then I always try to focus on the task at hand. So when I did see the conversation going somewhere else, I ended the call. So she will speak to me downstairs, but it is a tragedy when someone else knows that they're basically fucking you and say, fuck you in the best way they can without saying it out of their mouth. But I kid you not, when they say that you can't give a certain dynamic or whatever a certain position because they take it in, they absolutely do. And everybody that I'm dealing with is of whatever, and this one person fits the dynamic of that, which you don't want. But the blessing is everything will be okay, and I am moving. I am going to continue to say it. I am moving. May not be there, but I'm moving. I'm going to keep acting because I'm moving. And the funny thing was, when I pulled up to the building, I said to my daughter, this is not the building that I applied for. The building that I applied for was way back off the curb. Now, I didn't realize that I applied for this building and that building, but this building, I realized why I didn't remember or didn't realize is because this person that just called me was the one that gave me access to applying at that location. So I'm really thankful because when you pull up, you're right at the curb and you're right at the entrance. The other building, you pull up and the entrance is way down there. So there's times that my feet hurt, whatever the case may be. So I didn't necessarily want to be that far from the curb. So everything worked out because when I went there, that wasn't the place I thought I was going. So it worked out. But here's your not. Now, there's this thing on Facebook. It says AI twin. Well, I did it. I did it. I clicked the thing. I gave the credit card. And when I got to the second page, it wouldn't let me go any further. And then the before the night was over, I got another pop up in my email, and that's when it asked me for my PayPal, my Stripe, and so I was tired and everything. So if you see AI twin on Facebook, 9 times out of 10, you need to stay clear, and that's that. But I'm gonna do the best I can to distance myself from anything that has anything to do with AI. Now, right now, I need ChatGPT because ChatGPT is my like voice away from not being with anyone in contact when I'm running things through. But a few weeks ago, all up till currently, there are a lot of people having these events outdoors, and a lot of people are saying how they're making all this money and they're not making all this money. They're making this money. They're not. And then a lot of people started asking in this group, what is it that I could do wrong? What is it that you as a buyer? And a lot of people are saying they're not buying anything that has to do with AI. And I am absolutely thankful that I was able to read that for myself because although I'm not doing any pop ups and I don't have any intention on doing any pop ups, but I'm in the handmade industry and they don't care what it is. They want it made with your hand. If it's AI, they don't want it. So I'm so thankful. Now, I'm not saying that everything AI because there are things that you can't tell are made with AI. You can tell this shirt was made with AI, but I didn't make this shirt. I did the shirt, but I didn't make the picture. Someone else did. So, and I'm always gonna love the shirt because he did it in kindness, and it is actually my logo. But I'm trying to think now if I should change my logo, but I don't want to because this is on everything, even my freaking car. So there goes that. But when I say what I say, if you are doing pop-ups, make sure that when you leading off from what people see, they don't recognize AI because if they do, they're not coming to your table, and that's that. That's that. So I'm thankful because another person said they don't care where the items come from because you don't even know the major companies that shop from Timu. If you don't know, you just don't know. But that is a sad shame that you won't shop at Timu because Timu is wherever. But you will shop at this place because this is wherever. Baby, please, honey, they're shopping from Timu. When I found out a massive, highly popular store wholesales from Timu, I said, "Wow!" And I found out because I not because now I know it's out of the bread my butter's on. Have a freaking good day. Bye.